everybody, it's Sally from Sallystampers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm bringing you my Sweet Talk Shaker card. I don't really make a lot of these and I don't know why, because they are fun to make. Equally, I don't know why, but for some reason all my die cut hearts here have all clumped together. So I have all of the little bits here sort of shaking around, but for some reason this is all just clumped up, and it doesn't matter how I sort of tap it or shake it, they're just staying in a lump. So I might not put as many of those in this time. But yeah, I haven't put a sentiment on it because I think you could actually use this for various different occasions. But to break up this frame, I have added these little banners, which I think are super cute. The layer here is DSP. So I've just cut a sheet of DSP to fit on the card. And then I have a piece of white cardstock that I'm going to stamp, and it's actually the same as in the inside. So I've just hand stamped this, which I will do with you. It's technically like a one sheet wonder, but I've only got the pieces of card here cut to size ready. But that's just stuck on underneath. You then use these fabulous foam adhesive strips, which you get plenty of, and a piece of window sheet that I have here. So it's just a clear piece of acetate that is a brilliant little addition. And yeah, and then you just stick your bits together. And I've added a little ribbon, just to break up that frame. But I really like it. So I'm going to show you how I did it. So I'm going to start off just by stamping these two pieces. I have a selection of colours and stamps ready. So I have, I'm going to get them all on screen. There we go. So I have Granny Apple Green, Highland Heather, Pool Party, So Saffron, Petal Pink and Blushing Bride. Doesn't matter which ones you start with or what you use. I've also used lots of blocks to stamp up the, to put ready the images from the Sweet Conversations. So I've got those all ready.
I don't know that.
Oh, Alexis has decided to kick in as well. So yeah, so I have these all ready as well. So it just makes it quicker for me to show you. So I'm going to start off then with my Blushing Bride, I think. And I'm going to copy what I did on the previous card because it will just make it easier for me. Large, and I'm going to probably not call these correct, but I'm just going to call this the large dotted circle. And I stamped off before I stamped on here. So if you are using a lot of images like I am, then you won't want to stamp too many of the same image because it can get too much. So I'm going to pop that one to one side. So Saffron, I then did my Heart of Love You. So again, I stamped off, just added, oops, a little bit of a nudge there. And then while I have the saffron out, I'm going to use the shaded in bit. And I did only stamp this off once too. It kind of works, although it does cover the words up. You could stamp it off twice to get it even lighter if you wanted to. Technically the inside needs to be as light as possible so that your writing can, you know, be seen over it. Pool Party. This is my favourite one. These are just the kisses or the X, if you like. I'm not actually copying this one. I'm only copying the inside, so this is just random as it goes. Oops, nearly. Highland Heather. The little tiny dots, which I like. So again, just a stamp off and then put them wherever you want them. As I say, I'm just sort of copying but not copying. Let's that's that one. Petal Pink, we'll go with Hug Me, I think. I'm actually not copying this now, I'm just randomly stamping this one. There we go. And again, while I've got that out, I'm going to go with the filled in. This one's slightly rounder than the previous one. And as you can see, I'm not really lining this up very well, but that's because I want to just get on and show you how to actually make the card. But this is also, as I say, how you would do a one sheet wonder. Granny Apple Green, BFF, that one wasn't meant to overlap, but never mind. And again, back in with this one. Oops, that was completely not lined at all. And then my last one is my O, which I'm going to go with, I've messed this up because I should have used Petal Pink, but never mind. I feel like I've had a colour missing, but I don't. So yeah, so my O just sort of fills in those gaps, if you like. And equally, if you find that you've got a space where you need to fill in, that you've left a gap, just go back round with your inks and your stamps. So that's those parts done. So let's sort of try and build some of this together. So my DSP here, which is 1/2 centimetre shorter and 1/2 centimetre wider than the card base, which is an A4 card cut in half and scored in half. So that goes on there. And then I need my piece of cardstock here and my stitched rectangles. So my stitched rectangles, I've gone with, let's have a look here. So the next to largest and then 3 down. So it's those two that I'm using. Okay, so I'll pop that to one side, grab my big boss. So we'll bring this in. Normal cutting plates required, so 1, 2 and then 2 3s. So this is my piece of card, then just big enough. That's my frame on. And then you can do this in 2 cuts if you want. I find it easy to do it in 1 because I find you can line it up slightly better. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Pop my lid on. Double check that nothing's moved. And just run it through. Oh, crumbs. Take it out the other side. Let's get rid of this. And then, so I'm going to peel the outer off the large one. So there's my frame, and that I just keep in my drawer or with my other die cuts just to keep them together, and I can use that whenever I need it. So then I need to add my window sheet, so I'm going to flip that over and I'm just going to use some of my adhesive, and I'm going to go as close to the inside edge as I can. The piece of white that I stamped and this window sheet both measure 10 centimetres, no, ignore me, 7.5 by 11, and that's centimetres. 7.5 by 11. and it just is enough then to put it on with a bit of a lap, a bit of a lip rather, around the edge, so you can see there how it fits. I'm then going to bring in my foam adhesive strips. Now there's two ways you can use these. You can either stick them on like so and then cut them down, not with scissors that you've used for other adhesives that are all sticky, and then next piece butt it up against the other one. Or you can grab one whole strip, you're still butting the ends up together because you don't want a gap, but then you can bend them. So you're just simply going to bend it round, so you don't need to cut. As I say, you can just bend it round. Oh my goodness, and that is actually a perfect fit. That wasn't done, but you'd obviously cut that down then to fit. Oh, I just realised I'm all off. Okay, so that's that done. This I will automatically stick onto, no I won't, ignore me. So then you need to add your bit. So I've got in here some of my banners cut already, and these banners were from the Sweethearts die, so everything that I have die cut. So the banners are from this piece here, and I've just cut them to size. In fact, no, I haven't cut those to size yet. Those banners, and then these individual hearts that I have here, they are from this. So I've just run some paper through, and then obviously these are others from the DSP. So as I said, I'm not now going to use as many of these as I did. Remember when you're putting them in here, in your frame, to put them upside down, because otherwise they'll be the wrong way. So let's just, actually it makes more sense to see what I have here. So I don't want one of those. I'm going to take that one out. I'm going to stick with 5, I think. No, 4. Whatever that one is, I'm taking out. There are all my little hearts. Now, if you want to sit and put all those the right way around, then feel free. I'm not, because I'll be here for ages. Once you've got everything in there, whether you want to put sprinkles or glitter or whatever, peel, make sure they're in the centre, so they're out of the way of the adhesive. Peel this backing off your foam strips. And then you will then place, and again, if this has direction, make sure you've got it the right way. You will then place this over your foam strips. Okay, so that will hold everything in place. Then when you flip it over, everything is contained, although they seem to be stuck again. What on earth? I wonder if it's the static on the paper or something. Anyway, once you've done that, I'm going to use my Seal Plus on this. I would use wet glue, but I've actually left it in the living room because I was making some stuff whilst watching TV yesterday in the evening, and I've just left my glue in there, so I'm not going to go and get it. It's only there, it's in the next room, but I'm still not going to go and get it. Okay, so once your shaker's all completed, you will then pop it on the front of your card. Now again, fold it over, press from the reverse. That way you're not pressing into that window sheet and you're not leaving fingerprints all over it as well. So there's your shaker card, just the last bits to decorate it. So this white ribbon is actually from the Flowers for Every Season combo pack. It's just like a white cotton ribbon, but I really like it, and it's really versatile because you can use it on so many different projects with it just being white. Just going to make those a little bit smaller. Then once you're happy with your bow, and I'm just going to pop this on with a glue dot. can just go in that top corner. And then your banners that I mentioned before, I've just sort of cut them in different colours. I'll bring this one in here. So I have blue, pink and yellow. I'm tempted to pull out the green on this one. I think I might go green, purple and yellow because I don't want blue and green together. And then you just really want to see, because I don't want the full length because they're just going to take up the whole of the card front. So non-glued scissors, I'm thinking make sure this tab is level with the edge of your card as well because of your envelopes, because if it's sticking out like this it's not going to fit in your envelope. So pull it in, make sure you've got that relatively level, decide how much you want to take off. I'm going to go for about there and trim it, and then get your other two pieces. So this is so they're all the same length. You can measure it, but you know I don't do anything that's sensible like that. Take those off, and then all you need is a little bit of adhesive. So I'm going to pop the purple one on first. Oops, no I'm not. I'm going to put the purple one at the bottom actually, only because there's purple there and I just think it will be too much. So making sure that this edge is, sorry I'm off camera again, making sure that this edge is level with the edge of your card. I'm also looking at the gap I have from the bottom of my frame to the tab there, and I'm quite happy that that one can go there. Next one I'm doing is the green one at the top. This is to get my measurements the same. So again, checking the side here, checking the depth is relatively similar to this one. Again, if you want to measure then you can. And then my yellow one, or should I say so saffron, goes in the centre. And again, check the edge, but you can also now eyeball the distance between the two and get that in the centre. And that, would you believe, is it. A super simple, only because I did all the die cutting or would still be here forever. Oh, nearly forgot to stick this on the inside. Nearly. Just be mindful as well though that if you are doing a shaker card to send in the post, it may have to go as a large letter because of the thickness. But there we go. There's my shaker cards. Hope you like them. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.